Paddy Pimblett fired a bold warning at Ilia Topuria, vowing to smash his face if they meet in the cage. Confident and defiant, Pimblett claimed he can beat the champion anywhere and promised to expose him as overrated. Meanwhile, Ilia Topuria is not bothered by Paddy's trash talk, but he recently posted a weird message on Instagram saying his mistake was trying to bring people with him to the top who never wanted to see him succeed. Many fans believe the post hints at issues within his circle or team as he continues to rise in his career. Paddy Pimblett sounded confident about a possible fight with Ilia Topuria. He said he would smash his face in and believes he can beat Topuria anywhere, whether standing or on the ground. Pimblett added that fans put Topuria on a pedestal, but he does not see him as unbeatable. He insisted that if the fight happens, he'll prove it and expects to come away with the win.
I think most people would love to see you inside the cage with Ilia Topuria. How would you get the job done against Ilia?
To absolutely smash his face in for him. I can see me beating him anywhere the fight goes, to be honest. People have put him on a pedestal now. They think he's this big, amazing thing, when I'll bring him crashing back down to earth in a big way.
Meanwhile, Justin Gaethje is also a strong contender for a title fight, and Ali Abdelaziz believes Justin Gaethje will stay true to his word and retire if Paddy Pimblett gets a title shot ahead of him. He says Gaethje has always been a man of his word and wouldn't fight again if that happened. Ali admits the UFC is a business and understands Paddy's popularity, but questions what he's done to deserve a title shot over Gaethje. He adds that if rankings and merit actually mattered, Arman Tsarukyan should be the next in line instead.
Justin Gaethje never break his word. If he gets jumped by Paddy, he will retire, and he will never fight again in the UFC. I truly believe that. I truly believe that. But you know, UFC is a business. Listen, Paddy Pimblett, I got nothing against the young man. He's great. He's entertaining. His last 3 opponents is 0-13. You know what I'm saying? How he be ahead in the ranking? Justin Gaethje ahead of him. Justin Gaethje give the UFC favorite after favorite after favorite. What Paddy Pimblett have done to the UFC to deserve a shot over Justin Gaethje? If it's pure entertainment, okay, give it to him. But if it's pure merit, it's Justin Gaethje.
Did they try to make the Paddy Pimblett fight? Did they propose it to you guys?
I don't think anybody got proposed to do anything. Listen, the only guy, if you get a title shot over Justin Gaethje, is Arman.
Islam Makhachev also laughed off the talk of Paddy Pimblett earning a title shot against Ilia Topuria, wondering what victories justified such an opportunity. He noted that beating someone like Michael Chandler wouldn't mean much since others had already done it, and Pimblett still hadn't faced elite opponents. Makhachev said a matchup with Arman Tsarukyan would make far more sense, as Arman's well-rounded skills in striking, wrestling, and grappling pose a much tougher challenge for Topuria than Paddy ever could.
Now I don't know who's going to be next for Ilia.
Kind of feels like Paddy is sort of the most likely one. It's a vision.
Oh man, maybe Arman, maybe Gaethje, but not Paddy for sure.
How come?
Man, I don't know who. Paddy beat who? Like Tony Ferguson, who else he beat?
Michael Chandler.
Everybody beat Chandler. I don't know, maybe. Honestly, it's not big challenge for Topuria. If he beat Arman, it's like, it's, you know, very like, because Arman have good skills, striking, wrestling, grappling. He's a good fighter, but Paddy, nobody checked Paddy before.
Paddy Pimblett expressed interest in facing Ilia Topuria in Spain, saying he wants to fight him in front of Topuria's home crowd. He shared that he's eager to test himself against the champion and doesn't care about the location or the atmosphere. Pimblett's remarks reflected his confidence and willingness to compete anywhere, even on Topuria's home turf.
I want to fight Ilia, whenever, wherever. I'd love to come to Bernabeu and punch your face in, you know what I mean? Do it in Spain, in front of your fake countrymen, because you're really German. You know what I mean? I'd love to come and punch your face in front of 90,000 people in the Bernabeu, in enemy territory for me, because the Bernabeu is a shithole.
Paddy Pimblett claimed that Ilia Topuria had a much easier path to the title than he did. He explained that Topuria's opponents were less challenging compared to his own, and that timing and circumstances worked in Topuria's favor. Pimblett believed that if he had been given the same opportunities, he would already be the champion.
I think Ilia had the easiest road to the belt. He had to beat Josh Emmett to get a title shot. Who did he beat? Ryan Hall, Josh Emmett, Bryce Mitchell. That was one of the easiest routes I've ever seen to a title shot. Michael Chandler had beat all of the people he fought before he fought Volk. And he wouldn't have beat Volk if Volk wasn't knocked out like 8 weeks earlier, 12 weeks earlier. You know what I mean? Everything's happened at the right time for Topuria, apart from when he fights me. If I didn't have to have these little times off these intervals and I had an easy route to the belt like he did, I would have been champion by now.
Meanwhile, Daniel Dariush has heard rumors about a possible matchup between Justin Gaethje and Ilia Topuria. He believes the fight between Arman Tsarukyan and Dan Hooker should determine the next title challenger, with the winner deserving a shot at the belt. Dariush also mentioned that if Gaethje ends up fighting Topuria, it could temporarily push Paddy Pimblett out of the title picture, though he remains unsure how the situation will unfold.
Surely if Arman wins here, or Dan even, this pushes them up to the top.
Yeah, I would say that's a #1 contender fight for both the guys. I think that makes the most sense for one of those guys to get the title shot. I'm hearing rumors of Justin Gaethje, to be honest, getting the title shot. I don't know how true that is. We'll see how that goes, and so that leaves kind of Paddy out. So I don't know. I don't know what's next, but I think the people who are most deserving would be the winner of that fight.
Ali Abdelaziz predicts that Arman Tsarukyan will dominate Dan Hooker, saying the fight won't even be close. He makes it clear that he has nothing personal against Hooker, but believes Arman operates on a much higher level in terms of skill and fight IQ. Ali insists that when it comes to technique and overall ability, Tsarukyan is simply in a different league.
Hey, by the way, Dan Hooker fighting Arman. That's pretty cool, right? At least someone's fighting Arman. No one wanted to fight him. They're fighting in November.
Beat the shit out of him. Bad. I do. I think.
Hey, come on, Islam. I think Islam's become a Dan Hooker fan. I saw on Twitter. I think he's.
I'm telling you.
No?
I'm telling you. I think Arman is gonna beat the shit out of Dan Hooker. My opinion. I don't have nothing against the guy, but I just think it's a level to this game, and I think Arman is on a completely different level than Hooker.
Ali Abdelaziz made it clear that he doesn't respect Dan Hooker because he believes Hooker lied about Islam Makhachev and made false claims about the Australia situation. He said Hooker talks to stay relevant but doesn't tell the truth. However, Ali admitted that he respects the fact that Hooker accepted a fight with Arman Tsarukyan, since few fighters were willing to do so. He emphasized that Hooker has nothing to lose in this matchup but predicted that Tsarukyan would completely dominate him.
Do you respect him? At least he's taking the Arman fight, right? No one wanted to fight.
I don't respect Dan Hooker because he lied. He lied about Islam and IB shit, and I don't think he should have did that. But I don't have nothing against him, But I respect him as a man, because he lied. This whole Australia bullshit, that was a lie. But in a way, I don't. Also, when he fought Islam smashed him, and I get it. He have to ride with his team and stuff, but he's a liar. But personally, I have anything against? No. But I respect is something you have to be like, I respect. Like Israel Adesanya, I respect him. Volk, I respect him. Some certain guys I just respect. But when you start lying about people to stay relevant, keep your name in, I don't think it's really cool. But listen, I respect him. He's taking a fight against Arman. He have nothing to lose, really, And I think Arman is just going to torture him.
On the other hand, Dan Hooker looks forward to facing Arman Tsarukyan, saying the fight motivates him because many consider Arman the better and more athletic fighter. He likes the idea that any success he has in the cage will make Tsarukyan's reputation take a hit, especially since Arman is viewed as a future champion and someone capable of defeating Ilia Topuria. Hooker finds extra satisfaction in the thought of Tsarukyan being beaten by the guy from New Zealand who's lost a third of his fights. Dan Hooker said, "This fight excites me because they feel like Arman is a lot better than I am. It's like anything good that I do, Arman is going to look more like an idiot. He was supposed to be this super freak athlete, title contender, the guy to beat Ilia Topuria. They're hiding the champion from him, and now he's losing to Dan Hooker, the bloke from New Zealand who's lost a third of his fights." Dan Hooker says travel and time zones don't affect him at all as he prepares to face Arman Tsarukyan. He explains that he's fought across the world under every kind of condition and has no issue competing anywhere, anytime. Whether it's early morning, in a sauna, or even in Antarctica, Hooker says he's ready to show up and fight.
I'm not one of those people, one of those fighters that stresses. Like traveling, something I've done a million times. I've gone to London, I've traveled the whole way around the world, let alone half the way around the world. There's a direct flight, 17 hours. I just don't care about any of that sort of stuff. Time difference, I couldn't care less. If you knock me on the noggin at 2 o'clock in the morning and Arman Tsarukyan's standing there, like, I will fight. Like, it's not something I have to stress about. If you put us in a sauna, I will fight him. If you put us in Antarctica, I will still wake up and fight him. All of that stuff, yeah, it's just outside noise. It's outside noise. I'm sure that's more than enough time to be feeling good by the fight.
Dan Hooker views Arman Tsarukyan as the true path to the lightweight title, saying that a fight with Justin Gaethje wouldn't bring him any closer to becoming champion and would only add unnecessary wear and tear. He believes facing Tsarukyan is the kind of challenge that leads toward greatness and a legitimate shot at the belt.
Justin Gaethje's not that guy. Justin Gaethje doesn't get me to that guy. Justin Gaethje gets me a headache and a headache and some more money. Like, who cares? Arman Tsarukyan is the path to the title. That's the path to being the champ. That's the path to being the best guy.
Meanwhile, Arman Tsarukyan admits that Dan Hooker presents a more difficult matchup than either Paddy Pimblett or Justin Gaethje. He explains that Hooker's length, timing, and sharp kicks made him a tricky opponent for wrestlers, as getting close enough to grapple often means taking damage first.
Для меня, если честно, все бои сложные, потому что столько тренировок, тренировочный лагерь, весогонка, потом тебе драться надо. Он высокий, конечности длинные. Довольно хорошо стал защищаться от партера, встает хорошо, набрал неплохо. То есть, ну то, что он не умеет бороться, вот это самое. Именно в вольной борьбе он защищается не так хорошо. Вот этим и нужно брать. Но если бы я выбирал, я бы, конечно, выбрал бы Пимблета или Гейджи. С ним поудобнее, чем с Хукером. Так как Хукер очень высокий, с такими чуть тяжело драться. Тяжелее подойти, они на дистанции отстреливаются. Такие мерзкие удары ногами у него. Сдалека бьет этот тип, и хорошо. Для борцов чуть неудобные удары.
Dan Hooker also feels that his fight with Arman Tsarukyan gives him the kind of motivation he hasn't felt in a while, something he wouldn't get from facing Justin Gaethje. He reveals that he had his eye on Tsarukyan even before Gaethje was scheduled to fight, explaining that being counted out drives him. Hooker says he enjoys proving people wrong and that this matchup is what pushes him to train harder every day.
Is this the fight you wanted?
This is the fight that I wanted. This is the fight that I wanted before the Gaethje fight got matched. This is the fight that I wanted, because I feel like it's a guy that everyone thinks is going to beat me. That's what I want. That's what I want the fight. That's why I want the fight. You know, obviously everyone wants the Gaethje fight and these fun fights. To me, I want the toughest test. I want the guy that everyone thinks I'm going to lose to. I want the guy that the odds are stacked against. And I feel like this is one of those fights. Big underdog. I can't wait to see the betting on it. I love it when the boys make a bunch of money off me. I love coming into a fights as a heavy underdog. That's my favorite. That's where I thrive. That's where I do my best work. I'm excited. I'm excited. This fight gets me out of bed. Gaethje didn't even really get me out of bed. I didn't even get out of bed for that fight. This fight is exciting to me, and that's hard for people to understand, but
However, Dan Hooker doesn't hide his dislike for Arman Tsarukyan and took shots at him, calling him a spoiled rich kid who's been given everything without earning it. He accused Tsarukyan of trying to discredit him by spreading false claims that he avoids fights. Hooker said his own career was built from the ground up through hard work and determination, adding that no amount of money will help Arman beat him when they step into the cage.
He's just been chiming at me since he first got in the UFC. And I'm just not one. I'll chime back, you know, like he just makes it like he discredits me as a fighter. He says that I turn him down and running away from him and stuff like this. So he's been carrying on for all these years, and yeah, now like, I've obviously chimed back, and I'm not one to mince my words when I'm talking back to someone. Yeah, I just kind of think he's a spoiled little rich kid. That's had everything handed to him, and yeah, I think I'm like the epitome of, I'm just the complete opposite of that. Like, I've taken everything that I have, I've worked hard, I come out of nothing, so I just love to just rub it in his face, really.
Well,
Money can't help you beat Dan Hooker. That's what I want to. Money can't help you beat Dan Hooker.
Arman Tsarukyan responded to Dan Hooker's comments, warning that all the trash talk would mean nothing once the cage door closed. He said Hooker was only acting tough to get attention and promised to dominate him from start to finish. Tsarukyan added that he and his team were prepared for every situation and planned to deliver a decisive and dominant victory.
Sure. Maybe he's gonna talk a lot, but a lot of brothers coming, and hopefully he's gonna they gonna stop me, you know.
Oh my.
And yeah, I shouldn't do some crazy things. I just gotta be focused because I'm gonna have 25 minutes to beat his ass.
When you say brothers, you mean your team, right?
Yeah, this time a lot of people comes to Qatar. They don't need a visa, so this time we're gonna have a bunch of people from Russia, from Armenia, so I'm gonna have a big team.
On the other hand, Dan Hooker brushed off Arman Tsarukyan's comments about showing up in Qatar with a big team, saying it didn't intimidate him at all. He explained that he had faced far tougher situations in the past and never needed anyone to fight his battles. Hooker emphasized that if there was ever a problem, he handled it himself instead of depending on others to deal with it.
I've had my ass beat more times than you've had hot dinners, brother. You think that scares me in any way, shape or form? You're off your head.
You got some pretty tough brothers on your side as well, just for the record.
I got some pretty tough brothers, but I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy, brother. I'm not that guy. I've heard him as well. I'm not that guy. I don't go get no one in my life. You beat me up, I'm not gonna go get anyone else to come and sort it out. I'm not gonna hide behind anyone. I don't need brothers. I have brothers, but I'm not that guy. I don't go and get people. If I got a problem with someone, I'll come around your house and sort it out myself. I'm not. I don't send anyone to go and do my dirty work, brother.
Dan Hooker also made it clear how he felt after the fight with Arman Tsarukyan was confirmed, saying he had no respect for him at all. He admitted that he strongly disliked Tsarukyan and was eager to land an elbow during the fight. Hooker explained that this matchup had fired him up more than any other, and that he was fully motivated to make a statement in the cage.
I don't like his face. I don't like that his face is attached to his body, and I would love to separate the two. I don't like the bloke. I don't know anything about him, but I hate everything he stands for. Can't wait to elbow him in the nose.
So that's all we have from today's video, and hopefully you enjoyed it. Share your thoughts about it in the comment section and subscribe to our channel to get more updates about this highly anticipated encounter.